Hey, it's Sunday and it's time for my mental health vlog. Let's see. I had some frustrations this week. So the the toilet in our primary bathroom already has a bidet attached to it. I have a shower shot that I use in the shower when I'm preparing for intimacy. And in Texas, even the cold water is hot because the pipes are pretty surface, underneath, pretty close to the surface underneath. So the ground is hot, ergo the water is hot. And last year, I had some uncomfortable incidences because the water was too warm. Well, since we're getting that way this year, I wanted to move my shower shot to the toilet. So if you're keeping track, that's two attachments on the same toilet. So this posed all kinds of weird things that I have never dealt with before as far as installation and plumbing. So I used some pieces that I had to make it work, and it leaked. So I went to the store and got some other pieces and some advice from Home Depot, and it leaked again. So then I tried one more thing, and it was still leaking. And this was last night, and I was very, very frustrated because I feel like I had done everything I was supposed to do. I used the plumber's tape. I used the silicone sealant. And I was really frustrated because it's like, this is the perfect setup now, and the water is working like I need it to, it was just leaking. So I put like a little fish bowl underneath it, and I contacted a plumber yesterday early. He said he'd be over in the evening. Well, in the evening, before he had told me he was on his way, I actually went back up and looked at the toilet again, and the leaking had stopped. And it turns out that the silicone sealant that I had put on just needed a little bit of time to cure. So I fixed the leak. I caused the leak, but I fixed the leak. And I have two devices on my toilet, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And I don't have to use a little switchy thing to change the direction for which one of them I want to work. So I am giving myself a gold star for that one. Sometimes you have to celebrate the small accomplishments. I am not always the most handy person. I can be if I need to. But there's a lot of things I just don't know. So, but this one I'm counting as a success. As long as the leaking stays stopped, I think I'll be okay. I even wrapped some toilet paper underneath it today to see if there was any moisture whatsoever. Bone dry. Yay. Houston's weather has been all over the fucking place. It has been deluges and tornadoes and a couple weeks ago, there were the windows were blown out of buildings in downtown Houston because of a tornado and hurricane force winds. Sorry, not a tornado, but hurricane force winds, which was terrifying. And then the next week we had a really, really heavy deluge of rain, sideways rain. Which all those buildings in downtown, I have a friend that works in a high-rise downtown, and he's one of the ones where his office window is gone and it's now a plank of board. And when, I guess they didn't install the board very well, so when the sideways rain came, it flooded his office. His office is on the 30th floor of a building. It flooded. That to me in itself is just a weird concept. But yeah, that's how bad the sideways rain is. So, there's just a lot going on right now, and it's going to be a bad storm season. We are way overdue. All the signs are there. We bought flood insurance for the first time this year. So it's going to be a bad storm year. And I would hate for a hurricane to just destroy my house and maybe the neighbor's house. Yay for insurance. Okay, what else is happening this week? Okay, well, Pride Month has started. I have officially launched my 2024 Pride design for sale. This will be the design that will be selling exclusively at Houston Pride, but I've made it available online as well. So just so people can get it early, Houston has two Prides this year. I'm only going to be at one of them. So if anyone in Houston wants to go ahead and get your shirt to wear for Pride this year, featuring two local Houston models, by the way, Anthony Scoogie and Mr. Covington. I've enjoyed working with both of them. I'm enjoying drawing both of them. So I'm very proud to have 2 local Houston models represented on the H-Town Pride 2024 shirt. So yay! Pick yours up now at burleybottomdesigns.com. So there was a little bit of news this week regarding the impeached president, former impeached President Trump. And he was charged and found guilty on 34 felony counts in the state of New York. So while this is very, very historic, that no former or sitting president has ever faced felony convictions before, they are only state level conviction, and from my understanding is that will not stop the former impeached president from continuing his campaign for the upcoming election. His sentencing is next week, and it will be very interesting to watch. I am trying not to get super opinionated here, but it will just be very interesting to see what happens and the fallout from that. I will say that a lot of things I'm seeing people saying online that are in support of the former impeached President Trump, it's kind of terrifying. So I'm not surprised. I'm continuously repulsed, but I'm not surprised by some of the things that are being said. Unfortunately, our country is just split very much down the middle right now, and there's no healing it. So it's just going to be a ride until something explodes or collapses. Stay tuned. My son has asked for ways to make more money, so there are chores that he already has as a responsibility that I'm not going to be paying him an allowance for, but I am coming up with some other chores that he can do around the house to earn a little bit of money, like picking up sticks and dog poop in the yard like once a quarter or as needed, washing the car, cleaning out the car, which there's a plethora of crumbs in the backseat that are his anyway. So just finding some ways to make a little bit of extra income for him. So working on that. I'm going to put him to work this summer. The doctor did review all of my lab results. She has not made any comments about changing medication at this time. She does have me coming back in 3 months, so she could be waiting until then to see if the trend continues before she makes medication changes. I will be sad if that is the case, but I understand that she doesn't want to make rash decisions based on one set of test results. So I haven't heard from her, so I'm just assuming that that's what that is at this point. But I actually haven't weighed myself this week. I've been very obsessive about it as I watched my weight, slowly decline through the Ozempic. But that was also causing a little bit of stress. It was kind of freaking me out a little bit that I was like the Incredible Shrinking Man. So I haven't weighed myself this week. I have no idea if I've lost any more or if I'm kind of at a place where I'm going to stay for a while. I just don't know. All I know is I've had to buy new clothes. So this shirt fit me when I ordered it, and now it's too big. So this is an extra large. I think I need a large. That's crazy to me. I have a couple of large t-shirts I bought this week. That's still crazy to me. On Friday afternoon, my fiance and I, who I've officially made my COO of Burley Bottoms Designs, went to open up a business banking account for my LLC and my 2 subdivisions, FD Designs and Burley Bottom Designs. So we actually have an official business, like we're legit now, people. We have an official business banking account that we can use for when we take orders in Pride. I'm gonna go ahead and start moving all of my finance accounts over there for the 2 businesses. So it's been very exciting, all official and stuff. It's very nice. I did tell my fiance, because he kept asking me for some things, and I said, I am super overwhelmed with Pride. And I said, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, you're part of the reason that I'm overwhelmed. And that sounded horrible, because he has done so much. But what I mean is, I never envisioned having a storefront. I always envisioned being online only, not having a storefront presence, not having an in-person presence. So doing Pride is a little bit different than what I had expected to do with this business. But I'm very excited for the opportunity to have people see a tangible product that they can look and see and purchase. And coming along with that, there are a lot of little pieces that I just never thought of. tags, how I want them to look, how they're going to work, you know, where are we attaching them, how are we attaching them, how are we going to print them, how are we going to cut them, landing pages, QR codes, all these things to try and make everything as awesome as possible. And he's doing it. I can't afford to pay for the work he's actually done. He's done amazing work, and I'm very excited for the stuff that he's done. It's definitely bringing my store up to the next level, but it is a lot and it is overwhelming. And I'm having a hard time adjusting to that. I'm very excited about it, but I'm very overwhelmed. And honestly, I'm a little bit nervous. Houston having 2 prides this year, that really throws a monkey wrench and puts a lot of unknown variables into play that are making me very nervous for this being a big launch. So, eek. But you know, we are very much getting ready for it, and we have all of our inventory. That is awesome. We've got our banner, we've got our tables, we've got our racks, we've got our. They're providing a tent. We don't even have to worry about a tent. I believe we're going to be on the side of the library, but we haven't gotten our official spot yet. But yeah, we will be at Pride on the 29th. So, woohoo! We may also be at Pride the week before, but that'll just be as attending, not as having a shop. You know. So that's it, and I have to pee, so I'm gonna wrap this up. My FD Designs, my patch business has been very, very busy. I have a lot of custom orders. I have a lot of big orders. Like I just finished one order today that's a bunch of patches, and just as I was about to get it ready to put in the mail, she's like, "Can you do one more for me?" I'm like, "Oh crap." So I appreciate her because she's ordered several custom new pieces, but it's keeping me busy. I'm spending a lot of hours in my office, not only doing my daytime job, but still doing patches, but money is good, and right now necessary. Okay, I gotta pee, so that's gonna be it. Check on your friends, make sure they're doing okay. I talked to one of mine today I haven't talked to in a while. I really enjoyed reconnecting with them. It's a friend of mine that is just a really awesome person, a little bit of a recluse, but an awesome person, but it's just a real heart of a person, a good heart, which is cool because he's got a tattoo of one right here. Check on your family, see how they're doing. My mom called me this week, or sent me a message this week. I just want you to let you know, whatever happens, I always love you. Well, that triggered a call. Of course it would. Why wouldn't it? She was taking a flight to Birmingham for a wedding, and she just felt uneasy about the flight and wanted my sister to know that she loved us. Well, I will let you know she made it to Birmingham, and today she made it home, so she's fine. And check on yourself. What do you need? I need to pee, so I'm going to go ahead and end this. All right, guys, I will check with you next week. Have a great week. Welcome to Pride Month. Open your minds. Bye, guys.